You get better food in Taiwan. I mean, fried chicken, QQ ball.
嗨，大家好，我们今天要去一个圣诞市集，那它的主题是这个中世纪的圣诞市集，那可能就会有一些比较传统啊中世纪的东西吧。那比较可惜就是今天这2个礼拜德国的天气都还蛮糟糕的，就没有下雪，但是天气还是很冷，看我们穿这么多就知道，对啊，所以可能喝一点小酒吧 ，Glühwein， 那就等一下见喽。跟你们说，德国的暖气真的会宠坏人，室内恒温20几度，我在家都快穿短袖了，结果一出门，哇靠，直接被焦作了呢。尤其我们平常开车开习惯了，冬天突然要站在月台等公车、等火车，这个寒风吹来，哇，真的是会怀疑人生。不过话说回来，慕尼黑的大众运输还是很不错的，尤其是跟柏林比起来，柏林朋友拜托不要生气。但我之前住在柏林的时候啊，那个地铁站哇，又挤又有味道，真的是一种生存体验。来到慕尼黑之后啊，整个就豁然开朗。这里不止干净，空间还超大，推婴儿车进去啊，完全不用像是打仗一样。光是这点就要给慕尼黑一个赞。但是讲完优点啊，我还是要来抱怨一个让我非常崩溃的事情，就是我觉得这点根本就是德国大城市的魔咒，你知道吗？你们想哦，德国特产是啤酒，那大家晚上又都喝得很凶，偏偏这里的公厕又少得可怜，再加上冬天一冷啊，膀胱是不是缩得特别快？那结果是什么呢？就是满街的随地大小便。最可怕的灾难现场就是电梯。而且公共电梯我天啊，你们绝对无法想象那种感觉。每次去搭电梯啊，角落永远都有不明的液体，那个尿骚味浓郁到哇，真的是不夸张。有时候那种味道重到你会怀疑人生。如果你等电梯10分钟，你就憋气10分钟。哦，shit！哎呀！我们现在已经到了这个圣诞市集。就看起来比较有圣诞节气氛啦。那这个车站呢，这一站就叫做 Marienplatz， 不知道这可不可以很好的看到？对，这是 Marienplatz， 对，在慕尼黑。那我们现在就来看看他们到底有什么特别的吧。好了，经过了漫长的迷路啊，我们终于到了慕尼黑最特别的中世纪圣诞市集。这里啊，看不到5颜6色的霓虹灯，取而代之是温暖的火炬和这种木材燃烧的香气啊。你们看这些摊贩的小木屋啊，还有这个老板身上穿的中世纪传统服装啊，以及他们这个所喝的酒用的都是这种陶土做成的杯子。真的有点像这个穿越时空的感觉，1秒就回到了古老的欧洲了。对，但是有一点我还是必须说，就是说，如果你只是想要品尝这个德国圣诞市集的传统美食的话，其实你们可以不要晚上来，因为晚上的时候都会很挤，就像现在这样人山人海。我的建议是大概从下午到傍晚的这段时间是比较合适，就是说大家都已经开门了，而且不会这样人挤人的感觉，而且你点东西会比较方便，服务也会比较好。首先第一站我们要来喝的就是德国圣诞市集应该是最有名的就是热红酒了。那有酒精的呢就叫做 Glühwein。那我们今天要来喝的是无酒精的热红酒，德文就叫做 Kinderpunsch。它其实是用浓郁的果汁加上肉桂、丁香这些香料去熬煮的，喝起来酸酸甜甜的。虽然没有酒精但是那股暖流会直接冲进胃里，让你全身瞬间暖起来。尤其在这种特别冷的天气这简直就是救命的神水嘛。那我们现在就来看看这尝起来是什么味道。
So actually, I like it more than the one with alcohol. Just because I don't really like the alcohol flavor. But I have to say, it just tastes like apple juice with cinnamon. But still, it's really good because it's warming, right? But I think like if it would be cherry or like the typical Glühwein flavors, I would like it a bit more. But still, that's a 6 or 7 out of 10. So this was 16 euros. Yeah, so it's quite expensive for just one drink. If you think bubble tea costs like how much? 100 Taiwanese dollar? Yeah, so it's like 4 times bubble tea. But yeah, it's Christmas market.
哇，好甜啊！我觉得这一定放了很多的糖。这个一杯要16欧元嘛，这应该是我买过最贵的 Glühwein。哇，超贵！光是它这杯就是说无酒精的 Glühwein 就要花6欧，那你总共是付16欧，所以这个杯子是10欧。那如果你喜欢这个杯子的话呢，可以带回家，但是你就要把16欧就是全部都付了。那如果你把这个杯子拿回去，他就会给你10欧这样子。
Okay, see you later.
好啦，接下来到德国圣诞市集，如果你不吃这个的话，你就白来了。这个叫做经典的 Bratwurst 夹面包啊，烤过。就是炭烤过的香肠，外皮脆口，一口咬下去，的肉汁就直接喷出来，带有淡淡的焦香味，再配上这个外酥内软的德国小圆面包，就是这个味，简单粗暴，但是超级满足，就是给你一个假丑霸的意思啦，相当于就是德国最道地的街头滋味啦。如果你要跟台湾比的话呢，我们可能就是说台湾的这个咸酥鸡了吧。
So these are the toppings. So this is the sweet version of mustard. This is regular mustard, and this is ketchup, and this is mustard again. So this is the typical mustard from Bavaria.
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So the biggest difference between the Taiwanese version and the German version, the Taiwanese version is way more sweet. So this is way more salty and way more meaty, and no garlic. So I like the Taiwanese version a bit more, but this is also really good, especially with this sweet mustard. So with the salty mustard, fits better to the sausage.
Yeah.
Fry?
不好吃，我真的觉得不怎么样。对，这个香肠呢就很咸啊，而且这个咸是有种死咸的那种咸，你知道吗？就是吸咸嘛。对啊，那你就必须配着这面包一起吃。但你能想象吗？就一个这样面包配着香肠，就要8欧元。那我是觉得这个价钱就是有一点不合理啦。当然，我相信在慕尼黑的圣诞市集都是这个价钱嘛，尤其是这也是市中心。我现在只有吃到香肠，我觉得。
So since the last Christmas market was really small and super full, and our daughter was hungry, we just chose to take a small walk. And on the way to the train, there's actually another Christmas market, which is way more bigger and easier to walk. So we maybe find something to eat there. Otherwise, we'll just show you around and see what they have.
那么今天的最后一站呢，就是这个长得像雪球一样的东西，叫做 Schneeballen。它可是德国罗滕堡已经有300-400年的历史的传统名产了。它的口感其实不像面包，反而像饼干一样酥脆，甚至有一点硬脆，层次非常分明。不管是直接一口咬啊，还是剥着慢慢吃，它带给你的热量绝对足够让你抵抗冬天的严寒了。这也是我很喜欢吃的小吃之一，通常我只有在这个圣诞市集看到而已。那现在由于欧洲啊刮起一股这个开心果的旋风嘛，所以我就这次来尝尝看开心果口味吃起来是什么感觉。
And this is the typical gingerbread from Germany, with also different kind of flavors, with alcohol, chocolate, nuts, and different kind of flavors. Yeah, so this is the typical gingerbread. And also, yeah, this is probably not for eating. This is just
super hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can kill someone with it. No, this is just for like giving a gift to someone and tell you, oh, I love you or whatever.
Oh, okay, and like a decoration.
Yeah, like like typical like teenagers or like people who just met each other. The boyfriend gives this as a gift for the girl, like especially in the younger age.
现在换我来试试看，来试试看。哇，好脆啊！我觉得还蛮好吃。它这个饼干里面就是本身已经有点甜了，外面裹的这个也不会太甜，所以你吃起来其实没有想象中的这么甜。我觉得还不错啦，可以买。那这个一颗是6欧元，我觉得比这个香肠还有比这个 Glühwein 还要值太多了。OK， 好了，我们现在要去另外一个圣诞市集，现在已经是傍晚了。那因为我们还有一些想要介绍、想要吃的东西，那这个圣诞市集就是比较郊外的地方，所以希望价钱可以便宜一点嘛。好了，接下来我们要吃的就是这道 Käsespätzle， 中文可以叫它德国起司面疙瘩。用英文解释的话，它大概就是所谓的 mac and cheese 吧。But 人生就是这个 but， 拜托大家千万不要拿它跟美国超市那种微波的 mac and cheese 相比。美国那种吃起来就是给你满满的工厂塑胶味，加上爆表的热量，用的也是那种死咸的廉价 cheese。但我跟你说啊，吃完德国这种现做的 Käsespätzle， 你真的会回不去。虽然我们现在在德国啊，但其实严格说起来，这道菜的起源应该算是在奥地利那一带的阿尔卑斯山区。这道菜的灵魂啊，除了香浓的 cheese， 就是上面撒的这个满满的 Wurst-Zwiebeln 炸洋葱啊，这东西吃起来超像台湾的油葱酥，那种酥脆口感配上 cheese 的绵密，根本是绝配。其实啊，我原本想要自助加包这些炸洋葱的，但因为老板一直站在前面盯着我看，害我不好意思下手太重，只能含泪装的优雅一点。
This is soul food. Cheese, dough, salty, crunchy because of the onion. It's just heaven. But heaven with high calories, but it's really. I really want to know if you like it because you don't like stinky cheese so much.
Yeah.
But if you love stinky cheese, yeah, it's just the best thing to eat.
How much does it cost?
7, 8? No, 7 because the other 2 euros were just like for the
Okay.
plate. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, if you compare it to the sausage, right, it was 8 euros, so this is way better.
Yeah, agree.
I can't stop eating. Okay, try.
哇，好吃。这东西热量已经很高，但是太好吃了，很好吃，就是很浓郁的起司，跟我很喜欢这种炸的这个洋葱啊，台湾应该叫做昂插桃吧？对啊，而且才7欧元，我觉得非常值得啦。对，这样子。好了，在这个圣诞市集的最后一站，我们要来试试看这个，在台湾其实偶尔应该也能看到了，那就是 Baumkuchen。其实这个招牌上面写的 Baumkuchen， 但是看起来比较像是捷克的这种烟囱卷，感觉是有一点混淆视听啊，我觉得。那虽然我不太确定它到底算是德国的传统啊，还是从捷克那边传过来的，但是在这种冷到发抖的冬夜，看着它在火上转啊转啊，散发出焦糖的香气，真的超级诱人。所以管它起源是哪里，看起来好吃最重要，对吧？好啦，事不宜迟，我们赶快来尝尝看这现做的味道怎么样吧。
For me, it's a bit boring.
Bit boring.
I mean, it's crunchy.
Yeah.
And the dough tastes really good, but for me, it's too boring.
Okay. How much does it cost?
6. But it's this was 6 euros.
那么最后这一段啊，是我们补拍的，已经不是在慕尼黑的圣诞市集了。但是我想介绍的这个食物啊，也是德国传统的美食，叫做 Quarkgächen。它是一种用马铃薯泥和德国 Quark 起司做成的炸甜点啊。那刚炸好热腾腾的外层金黄酥脆，里面却非常的松软绵密，还带有淡淡的这种起司奶香啊。那撒上这个满满的肉桂糖粉，口感比甜甜圈更扎实、更丰富。哦，天哪，这个味道实在是非常的疗愈。那非常建议你们来德国圣诞市集的时候，一定要来尝尝看。总的来说，我们这几次吃下来，大概花了50欧元吧，算还 OK 吧。这个价钱可能就是
普通这个圣诞市集的价钱50欧元，那大概就是1500-1600块台币吧，我猜。我觉得圣诞市集就是吃气氛的啦，说真的，那但是就是1年1次啊，然后会有很多特别的食物啊，然后东西可以买这样。但其实如果你每年都去的话，就是这样，不会有什么，很少会有什么新的东西啦。对啊。And what do you think of the Christmas market in Germany?
For me, it's nothing new, right? But like from time to time, Christmas markets got more and more expensive in Germany as well. And if I compare the price when I was younger and now, it's just really incredibly high.
Oh, okay.
Like you never paid it for a sausage almost 10 euros, really. Like you paid maybe 3 or 4 euros.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
I know inflation and like everything, but I think it's not worth it to spend so much money on food, which is not like incredibly. I mean, it's good. It tastes good, right?
Special, or?
Yeah, Christmas vibe and everything. But if you go to Christmas market like 4 times a month,
Yeah.
like before in Christmas time,
Yeah.
you just pay too much. If I compare it like to night market in Taipei, I think I like night markets more because it's not so cold.
Yeah.
You get like different variations of food and it's
Yeah.
way more cheap.
Yeah.
So this is way better about like Taipei or Taiwan in general.
Okay. And so because you can go to a night market every night, every day, and in Germany it's only in Christmas.
Yeah, that you pay less and you get better food in Taiwan. I mean, fried chicken, QQ ball, like the long list, right?
True.
Yeah, this is what I really like about Taiwan night market. But I mean, if you're here and you like the Christmas vibe, the lights, But I think if you go to the Christmas market, just buy one thing with your friends and walk around and you don't have to spend so much money and you still get the Christmas vibe anyway.
Yeah, true. That's true.
So if you come to Germany in Christmas time, I would highly recommend it, but don't buy too many things. Just go to a really local German restaurant and you get better food for the same price, sort of.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
see you in the next video.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.